been part of the equation, that just intensified the resolve to bring home the apples. Welcome to the Palouse, Pullman, Washington Martin Stadium, home to the Washington State Cougars. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Washington Huskies, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Washington State Cougars. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Washington State ready to kick off as it's time to get things started. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. So the Washington Huskies offense will have the football first. Washington, as it so often has over the years, dominated the last time they saw the Cougs.
That was a statement win for Washington. We now play in the Big Ten. Washington State, you do not. And they wanted to put everybody on notice. They blew out the Cougars.
And that's just not fun if you're a Washington State fan. You've seen Washington win this over and over again. They go to a bigger and better conference. You're left behind. You at least want to get the apple. Last year you didn't. This year you got to bite at the apple.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. They'll run it from the gun. He's out past the 35. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Looking downfield on first down. He'll take the deep shot. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. So after the penalty, a little extra ground to cover on first down. Tight end now in motion. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Still on his feet at the 45. Flying down the left side. The 10. Touchdown, Washington. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cougars offense will try to get something started with their first possession. To the air on first down. Throws for the tight end. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Plucks it out of the air. There he goes. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Fires to the middle. Complete with conviction on the crosser. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick its way to the end zone. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They'd really rather not have to settle for 3. It's 3rd and goal from the 6. Touchdown, Huskies! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
This guy's an excellent route runner, and he has really good hands. You've got to. That's now his 3rd receiving touchdown. They've only played 3 games. Nobody can cover this guy up to this point of the season.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. A continual subplot since these two first squared off in 1900 is Washington State trying to prove it deserves the same respect and status as Usda.
And I think oftentimes the great rivalries out west are forgotten in college football. This game between Washington and Washington State is absolutely fantastic, and I'm so happy that with conference realignment, they were able to keep this game on the schedule because it is always fun to watch.
It is fun, and it's for the Apple Cup. And here's the cool thing. These teams, they're not in the same conference anymore. They used to be for years. But this rivalry still lives because it still matters to the Washington and Washington State fans.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. On the option. He'll toss it. Turns it on in midfield. Lots of room to run. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a 1st down for this offense. The Huskies come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Quarterbacks need time when they're in the pocket to complete throws. That QB had no shot after taking that hit.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. From the gun, the ground game. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around, and this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones if they're going to win.
It'll be 3rd and long. They'll keep it on the ground. Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. This defense has been sliced and diced, and now facing another 1st and... Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Huskies. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
This will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Gonna swing it on second down. A little release to the back. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Washington State lines up quickly. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Wants to bring it back. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll pull it on the read. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Off play action on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Quick strike complete. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback, who makes a sure tackle. They'll have to get it to the 37 on third down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The throw to the outside is complete. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Off play action. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Hauls it in. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. The quick out. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. First play of the period will be a second down. Back to pass. Fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the right. He's got it. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up the first down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Wide open downfield. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Defense showing blitz here. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's got it on the run. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Looking to throw for it. Here comes the heat. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Splits the uprights. Good.
Man, so many more times we're going to say go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Going to the running game. Oh, he's got some space. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
Wow, how about the stop-start speed? That reminds you of Napoleon Kaufman or Bishop Sankey, Myles Gaskin, great Washington Husky running backs of years past that just made defenders look silly because of that stop-start ability. This dude has some wheels.
They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Huskies just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Touchdown, Washington. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Unless you have somebody ready to do his best Tom Brady impression, down 28-3 is no fun, and they have to get something going right now. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air on 2nd down. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Well, it doesn't get any more open than that. Good read by the quarterback. He was looking for his tight end wide open on the play. Man, you got to make the catch.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
Well, watching this DB on film, I just love his ability to break on the ball, and I think he was anticipating on 3rd and long that time, the offense throwing it right around the sticks. So he was able to drive on the football and secure that interception.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Looking to the big tight end. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Throwing right. Got his man downfield. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Washington coming to the line with another 1st down. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Going to work in the red zone. They can pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. 2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
To the ground with the back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Fires to the tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on that time, made a real good decision. And I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
And sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
And the Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception. Wants to throw on 1st down. Going for it all. Pulls it in on the right. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Some penalties hurt a little bit more or a lot more than other ones. That one wipes out a huge game.
On the double. Here we go.
Takes a snap, wants to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Well, that's just an amazing individual effort, trying to get back as much yardage as possible to set up a third and manageable situation, right? Nice job in the open field, understanding the situation. You obviously cannot take a sack at this juncture on the drive, so do what you can do to put your offense in a good position here on third down.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Cougars can really attack on this second and short. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Quick completion on the out route. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. Looking to throw on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This quarterback is getting frustrated, and you can see it now, right? They've had some possessions, but they only have a field goal to show for it, and he's now starting to take shots. That time, that was not the right look to throw it way down the field here at the end of the first half, but the defense loves this because right now, this quarterback is playing right into their hands.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
And it's amazing that they're only trailing by a couple of points in this game because they've turned it over a couple times and they've been sacked a couple times right now. They have no rhythm on offense right now. You have got to give the defense tons of credit. They are dominating in the trenches. That's the big story so far.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, in a rivalry filled with magical moments, even more here today between the Huskies and Cougars. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. A lot of intrigue with this second half still to come as we send things back to the Evergreen State.
Just about set to get this second half underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. Just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. It's caught. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. That penalty cost him a 3rd down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Washington State sends out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Looking to scramble. The pass is incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield, and that shot the quarterback took might have been a little too much. Look, you want to make the quarterback feel you. You want to get pressure in his face. That was so close, but just a tad late. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Gets it out fast.
And I tell you what, when you drop back and you know you got that slot work in the middle of the field and you know how fast he is, you just wait for him to come open, throw that strike, and you know he'll take care of the rest. Nice throw, nice catch.
Makes the catch. It's Rourke. He'll go out of bounds right at the 23-yard line. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. They go to the ground. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Makes the grab. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable 3rd down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Touchdown, Washington! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Stewart. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the 2nd half moving forward.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. So now it's 2nd and long. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Wants to keep it in the air. Throws to the tight end. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. The Cougars are on the move. They'll try the run. Creates a little room. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. Turning it on. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Wazoo!
This is why you consistently run the football. A steady diet because you can break the long touchdown runs. Nice job breaking through the line of scrimmage, outrunning the rest, getting in for the long touchdown.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. North Texas has been blitzed from the opening kick, and as you can see, the score right now is a lot to a little. Let's see how this coach tries to explain this. They're trailing by 21 to West Virginia. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Rushes on him. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it to the right side. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. After the run, now to throw. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Huskies. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Hold and finds his man on the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Oh, he's got a chance. Breaks into the open. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. And the Cougars, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Caught over the middle. It's Stewart. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. Wazoo headed to the line with another first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Stewart. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The Cougars pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking downfield on first down. They'll run the screen. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch.
Going for the goal line, and he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars.
And listen, my job is to get it to my playmakers like this guy on the outside. They'll do the rest. They'll get in the end zone. Nice catch. Way to finish it with a touchdown.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Snags it down the right side. Off and running. And he glides into the end zone easily, but this one might be coming back.
Offside, defense.
Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on. The defense declined and the touchdown stands. And he knocked that one right down the middle. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board.
Washington State, 17.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got his man on the right. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. We've reached the break. Bow down to your leaders, Washington. Well, guys, so far this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. Hands it off.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground. Gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Looking for a man. It's Jennings. They're setting up the screen. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
It's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Washington State will have to boot it away.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. Connection to the right. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up this scoreboard.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guess right, and they...
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Man, getting to this quarterback is pivotal. You saw it last drive, way too much time. They score a touchdown. Nice job on...
Going for it all. Touchdown, Huskies. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Quarterback on the keeper. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Special teams coming through as they pin them back. They'll mark it dead at the 10. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Gets it past the marker. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Huskies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that lap.
Looking deep down the right side. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. To the air, it's Jennings. Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take it.
Lofts one deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Washington State sends out the punt unit. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. From the gun, running back gets the give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Leaves it with the back. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. And the Huskies really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They go to the draw. Plows through the defense. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
The clock is my friend. If I can do this late in the ball game with a lead and I can continue to run the football and they have no answers, well, then I'm going to walk away with a win. So listen, I wouldn't change a thing. I'd keep pounding